Hey guys, welcome back, and in today's stream let's look at what the week holds for us. I'm gonna pop over to this screen and yeah, let's have a look what's happening. So I think before we start, just to make sure we're all on the same page, everything that I do here is obviously not financial advice. It is journaling and educational purposes only, and yeah, so enjoy the journey with us and see if we can learn together. All right, so let me have a look at the sound and everything, making sure everything is fine, and then we'll get right into the chart. Give me 1 second. All right, it seems like everything's working perfectly fine, and let's jump into this. All right, so I've marked out this hourly chart here and you'll see we've got these nice equal highs up here, we've got equal lows down here, and liquidity we had here got swept. We've got this weekly volume imbalance, and what I want to do is just show you guys what am I referring to. I am referring to this little gap here. So that's the volume imbalance I'm talking about, and just to make it even clearer, I mean, if you really taking this push down above that weekly imbalance, that's where you get into your premium to actually go down. So I was hoping that we would obviously go short first, run these liquidities, then I would expect this weekly imbalance not to hold and then push right through to just 21,000 level. But it never plays out the way it does, and it's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the obvious low time frames that I only use the 1 minute, and then we're gonna yeah, obviously just see. One thing that I'm very aware is, because we didn't take these equal lows, we might see a bounce from this weekly volume imbalance, a rejection to go lower first and then go up. If we have run this first, the sell side, I would have expected to slice through it and then carry on going up. So now it's good to understand where you are. There's a little gap here, so we could see a rejection here, bounce into this gap. So we opened the market by gapping up today, and that's also an unfilled gap. So maybe what we do, I mean, let's call it open gap, and that could be a place where we're gonna circle back to sometime soon. All right, so let's jump to the 1 minute and then see where we are. All right, let's see what we're doing here. All right, so we open this market up and we ran these equal lows, and we did not print new equal lows, but then, I mean, we ran these equal highs here and then came back into this this fair value gap and discount and all of that to go higher. So for now, I'm not rushing into anything here, guys. 930 is there. And see how this first fair value gap, I want to show you, it's a tiny gap, but see how it held price there. And we'll make it this one, and we say call it the first fair value gap. Alright, so now it is perfectly tested. That would have been a perfect trade. And just so we can mark this out as well. So there's equal highs there, equal lows. So we ran both sides, came back, tested, and now we're carrying higher. Alright, so if that's what we're after, there's no gaps here, but there's the string of down candles that could be a level for price to come back and test. And for now, we're just going to have to sit and wait. Alright, so no rush into this. Just as, wait and see what the market provides. In the meantime, don't forget to, just share with us what levels you're looking for, and let's mark it out and see. So let's see what's my first target here. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not gonna pick a target there because I think that 21,000 is up for grabs if we break through. And yeah, patience. It's Monday, guys, so don't get killed out in the market. There's no big news today, so Monday could be a market on both sides before we see any direction. Okay, let's see. We get a bit of a pullback here. Let's have a look and see where is there pivot close. No. VWAP, well. Okay, VWAP is up. Oh, that's fine. And there's your pivot right below these lows. So what I want to do is I'm just going to mark these out as potential liquidity if we decide to go lower, because it's by a pivot point. Again, guys, I don't trade pivot points. I like to marry them up for targets. Alright, so let's look at this. So this was first 15 minutes was here, breakout test, and now looks like it's expanding. Alright, let's see if we're going to get some sort of an entry here. Remember, guys, the rules is only two trades a day. If it's a losing trade, then so be it. If it's two losing trades, I can't chase it. If it's winning trades, break even, whatever it is, I'm only allowed possession to take two trades. And what we're doing there is we're instilling that discipline to say, for you not to chase the market, one, but two, also to look for, the utmost highest probability trades. Obviously this trade here, that was a nice trade, but it is what it is. I did not engage in that trade, so now it's just basically waiting and see if we're going to get something else. So far we see pretty bullish candles here. One thing that I don't see here is any gaps. If there was a fair value gap here, I would have said, alright, so let's target that, but there's nothing. So maybe just a little bit of a pullback and then push higher. With a tight risk management. Maybe we're not getting an entry here. Alright, let's see if we can get something. And again, remember, we don't have to get any entries. If we don't do it today in the AM session, then it's fine. We'll come back in the PM session, which I will do live again at 2:30, and then we'll see if there's opportunity there. Okay, so now we see some sort of a push lower. Let's see if we're going to get this next candle to be a white candle, closing to, close to the top end of this break lower. Or maybe we just continue lower. Let's see. Well, it's my next candle. I would like to see it close above the open of this candle, because then I could expect more bullish move up higher. Again, it would be great if there was some sort of a fair value gap here to base this entry off, but nothing. Okay, so it didn't close like that, so let's see what this candle does now. Alright, so let's see if we can get a bit of a push higher here. not want to see price go lower here, and then I want to see that level there. Okay, let's see if we can get that push up there. Hopefully not get stopped down here. Obviously not the reaction we were hoping to see here. Maybe that was just a type of reaction to make us nervous. I'd like to see price moving higher now. And not screw around down here. Amazing how price gets stuck there by our entry. But let's see. Look, if it stops me out, guys, then it's not the end of the world. We've got to stop down there. But I would like it to go higher and not take creating higher lows, which is fine, and then go up first and then come back later. And not run those lows now and then go up. Bit of a squeeze here. Gosh. I thought this would be a nice trade with momentum to at least take this high out. Well, I would have trailed my stop pretty close to break even here. So I'm out of that trade, guys. Now I cannot touch because we've got one trade left. Alright, so let's look at it differently. Okay, so let's mark this out. Maybe this is where it wants to go. And remember, we said these candles here that hopefully you should see price go down there. Now we're making a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then probably you're going to go down there. Right, so while this thing is playing out, guys, this was a nice entry. There was gaps, everything lined up here. There was nothing in here, but I thought those lows there with that rejection there, that could send us higher quickly. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and we saw price going lower here. Maybe this low as liquidity and these black candles as support. So our next trade's got to give us a proper setup in order to risk anything. Let's see if this, let's see that to there, there's 50% here. See if it's going to bounce from there. This is 50% of these black candles. Let's see if that one's all price. Just remember we've got liquidity below here as well. So if we break through all of this, then this could be an area of interest. There's a little gap here where we pinned in now, so let's see. Close above that to run higher, or is it going to reject it to send us lower? Just so you guys can see it, I'm referring to this little gap here. And we'll make that one. So, blue gap. Okay, so that's the little gap I'm referring to. We didn't close above it, so we might probably come a bit lower here. See how those candles all pin into that little blue block, that fair value gap? Okay, so now it looks like we want to break higher, yeah. Will we get some sort of a test here, or we're just going straight to the moon? Nice to see some sort of a test here. Little gap there. Alright, let's try our second trade. Oh, God. Let's go for $1,000 here. Let's see if we can get this push up here. Right, so let's see if we can get actually this push up here, or is it gonna be pulling teeth? Maybe we get this push up and silver bullet to go down, I don't know. Just make it slightly above there. Great to see a push higher, not lower, yeah. Come on, push, 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 push. I'm only interested to take this high out, and the reason being is I don't really know. So it's 1, 2. I don't really know if we're going to reverse from this purple area and if we're going to just extend right through it. The only good thing is this week here we close about 50% of that, so that to me seems like we might want to go to those highs. And the other thing is to trick people to go long. If you want to go short, it could continue higher, which is perfectly fine. But let's see. Remember, we still got this fair value gap open. And these lows here, we have not filled that. This could be a breakaway gap to go higher, or this could be something to come back into and then bounce or invert to go lower. And that is why I'm not putting a stop here, because we might come through here, and when we get to this area, that's when I'll manually close it or keep it open. But for now, I would like to see this high get challenged. I run through it, close above it, pin through it, come back, and come on, push, 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 push. I'd like to see some magic happen by pushing aggressively through that high. Let's keep my stop tight here, just in case. Amazing. Oh, this level should hold for me, yeah. This level, yeah. I want to see 50% of that candle's wick hold as well, so I can probably just move this to break even, because that's below the swing low. If we break through it, then you want to be out of that trade anyways. So let's see if we can do the magic like that. Amazing that I didn't get stopped or profit taken there. It's right at it. If we close above this high, we most probably want to see price to get actually higher here. But now we just spiked through it, so now we could see a drop here. My problem is, it ran through my order there, but it didn't pick me up. Bit of a problem. Not ideal though. And this is where you make the decision. You either collapse the trade, take the profit and walk away, or you hold on to see if you want to go higher. Okay, so we've got the swing low here. So in theory, I would like to see this swing low hold price, and therefore this should be safe and take this high out first. If we close below it, I'll just collapse the trade. And once we hit this profit target, I'll show you guys why I wasn't comfortable to hold this as a long for higher target, and I'll explain it quickly while we watch price here. Is purely because we did not take sell side out first. If we took the sell side out first on the hourly, I would have most probably like to hold my position through this whole purple area all the way to the 21,000 level. 50% of the wick, I want to see price go through it, and it seems like they're all at that 50%. Let's see if we can get this done now. Okay, there we go. Alright, two trades, guys. One we took a loss of 860 and one we made 1200. So that gives us a trade in profit, or a session in profit. Maybe not the best profit, but it's a profit, right? And the reason we're doing this is obviously we're putting rules out there and we are sticking to it regardless of what's happening, because I promise you guys we're going to see days we'll probably get stop out, then it's only 2 losses. If you compare it with, I don't know, 4 or 5 losses, that just makes it even worse. Alright, let's jump back to an hourly quickly so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. Alright, so we've got this opening gap here. We just traded this up here. We've got this weekly volume imbalance, but then we've got, hold on, let me take my face off here. But then we've got these equal highs at the 29.52, but right above that is the 21,000. So I'm thinking that is a target if we continue long, bullish. But then I've got these equal lows here. So I thought the market gapped open. I wanted to see these liquidities stay intact. This was liquidity. I could take that off now and see we invert this gap. Then I would like to target these, but because we didn't even come back to this opening gap, price just slowly grounding higher. I don't know if 50% of this volume imbalance is going to hold price to reject, to come bounce here to go higher, or to send them first to this liquidity and then run through to take out the bigger liquidity. Either way, I don't know. So if we bounce here and we come all the way down here and there's a buy, that would be a great entry for us. This is an hourly chart, so this could possibly only happen in the next 2 days. There's news, I think, tomorrow, but nothing today. So nothing to, just pull price into clear liquidity. And that's why we're trying to just stick to the, the smaller objectives. So on the 1 minute, we've got these equal lows here. First fair value gap, this was where we expected price to hold these black candles, which it did, and then took us all the way to those highs. Now I want to see what's happening up here, so I can take this off now. I'm going to keep this here because that's the only gap, right? This one I'm going to take off. This is what I'm going to take off. And yeah, so now price must tell us what it wants to do. There's nothing here right now that sets up as any A plus. I've done my 2 trades for the day, net I think $400 or something positive, which is fine. And yeah, so the trade I got stopped out here wasn't the best trade. If I hold it to here, that would be a nice trade. That'd be one winning trade. And yeah, so best thing is to, I mean, look at this price action. There's no real gaps. This is the only gap here, and these swing lows here. So at some point we might see price bounce here, or if we bounce from here, we could invert this to then target this first fair value gap of ours. Alright, so I don't know anybody who trades divergence if this is actually divergence, but even if this was divergence, you want to see something break lower, invert this, take this low out, come back, and then look for your short. There's nothing here that stands out to say, hey guys, take a long, take a short. I mean, I do think this is going to be a target. Let's mark this out and call it target. Let's leave it just below that and see. Pretty boring price action at this point in time. Nothing really that stands out that makes us excited. And okay, let's see that fair value gap. Because I can't take any trades, we're going to have to mark it out like this. And we're going to say that's the target. And we'll keep our stop here. And let's see. Alright, let's see. No spectacular setups yet, so we'll just have to be patient here. Only thing I can think of if we want to target up here, that we might want to bounce in this fair value gap. If we don't and just continue higher, then it's fine. We haven't taken a trade, we haven't lost money, so nothing really to to be worried about. Just want to see something. If we take this low to this high, see the standard deviation is very close to that, and that is if you get it in discount, you target this, and that obviously that standard deviation up there, that is a nice nice target as well. But obviously I'm not saying we're going to get there, I'm just marking it out. Pretty sideways now, so what would be nice now, because price is moving a little bit sideways, would be nice to see aggressive spike down and recover pretty quickly. That will then, if it was an inverted fair value gap that sets it up out of this fair value gap down here, even better. I wonder if you can make this 40 and make this 40. Okay, that looks better. Alright guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off. I need to attend to an emergency, but follow this trade. I'll see you guys later in the PM session. Yeah, this is what I've marked out. Let's see if we get there. We'll catch up with you guys a bit later. Take care and thanks for your support. I'll chat to you about 2:30. Thanks, ciao, bye.